Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Welcome if you're new here. As you can see from the title of today's video, we are going to be choosing our February TBR using prompts from this TBR jar. I've done this a couple times now, including for January's TBR. I have to say, it's actually really fun doing the TBR picks this way, as opposed to having a TBR jar with like specific book names on it that I have to read. It just gives me the freedom to choose a book that I'm in the mood for rather than having something choose a book for me. We're gonna jump straight into it and we're gonna start pulling a few prompts. I think we're gonna go with 7 prompts again this month. I will be finishing all the books on my January TBR that I pulled from this video. I think it's in this corner. So if you want to go watch my January TBR video, definitely go do that. And without further ado, we're gonna jump straight in. We're gonna pull 7 prompts and then right afterwards, we're gonna choose the books. I do have to clip the microphone to my shirt, so I'm hoping that it doesn't sound too different. I know this is a really small jar. It's kind of hard to actually get the prompts out of here. Okay, we are back. I have a little, what would you call this? I have no idea. I think I'm supposed to put books into it. Either way, it's big enough. I'm gonna pour these TBR jar prompts in here, like so. And now we have a lot more space to move the TBR prompts around. So let's choose our first prompt of February, because we are going into February. Okay, so our first prompt is a dark romance book. This is literally the perfect prompt for it now. I've been wanting to choose a dark romance book for a long while now. I don't know what it is. I just feel like I'm really in the mood for a darker romance and I haven't picked one up and I don't know why. Finally, we get to change that this month. I'm very excited about this prompt. So now prompt number 2. A book you think will make you cry. That's a really good one. I have a few that I actually have in mind for this. Damn it, I really didn't want to cry this month, but I guess we're gonna have to. Okay, so prompt number 3. A book you've had for more than 2 years. There are plenty of books on my shelf that I've had for many, many, many years, so that is a good prompt. A book in a series you're reading. Oh my goodness, thank God. I was actually really hoping I would get this one. This is like the one and only prompt that I actually remembered was in here, and I was really, really hoping that I could get it because there are a few series that I've wanted to pick up recently. So I am very excited about this one. I have a couple of books in mind for that, and that is number 4. So we're going to be pulling prompt number 5 now. A Dream Harbor series book. That's like highly specific, and I'm not sure why I put this in here, but I'll take it. All right, I think, yeah, okay, I'll take that. Even though I don't think I have any more Dream Harbor series books on my shelf, I'll accept it because I do have one on Libby that I'm really wanting to read, so I'll accept it. Prompt number 6. A free space. This is great, which means that I have the ability to choose any book. I think when I wrote this, I intended for it to be a free space completely, so I would be able to choose a book from Libby, from Kindle Unlimited, from my shelves. So regardless of whether or not I owned it, I could still choose it if it was free. And I think we're not going to do that for this one. For this round, we're going to have to choose a book from my physical TBR because I am trying to lower my physical TBR number. So we're gonna choose something from our TBR as opposed to just any book whatsoever. So there are quite a few books that I want to read, of course, as always. So I'm very excited about that one because that means I could choose any book. And this is our last and final prompt for February. So let's choose our last prompt. Pick a book Goodreads recommends. Why did I write this? You know, I do this all the time during these prompt polls. I'm putting this back. Not only will that give it a chance to have a book that I do not own physically, which is one of my biggest goals that I'm trying to work on, but also it's probably going to be a book that I'm just not in the mood for reading, I want to say. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm going to pick another prompt. We're going to go with a new one, okay? A book with magic. There are plenty of books with magic on my shelf, so that is a really good prompt. Okay, we have our 7 prompts. We have this bookshelf, but we also have our physical TBR shelf over there, which I think we're gonna try and get the books from the physical TBR shelf first. This is my physical TBR shelf. This has every book, not every book that is on my physical TBR, but for the most part, this is like our main physical TBR, and then we have some other books, some extra books on my main shelf that we can also choose from, but it would just feel more rewarding seeing that the books are being moved to another shelf physically. So I'm going to choose any books that I can from this one first. Of course, there is a prompt in here, a book in a series you're reading, that I will not be able to find on this shelf. I'll have to get it from the other shelf. I think we're gonna start with a book with magic because a lot of books on here have magic, but that's probably going to be more so the books that are on this shelf right here, because this is like my fantasy shelf right here, and this is more romance-y shelf. And also we have like some literary fiction over here as well. So a book with magic would probably be up there. I know that To Kill a Kingdom is a standalone book, so I wouldn't have to worry about picking up anything else in a series, which is also kind of important right now. I don't want to pick up a series and start a new one when I'm already in the middle of so many. So maybe this one. I think Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them would also be a really safe bet because this one is written as a screenplay, so it would be incredibly easy to read. I think for that reason, I'm going to choose Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the original screenplay. I also cannot choose a Dream Harbor series book. I'm just going to tell you right now because I don't own any of the other Dream Harbor series books aside from The Christmas Tree Farm and which one was it? The Gingerbread Bakery, the one that I just read. I think it's called like the Strawberry Patch book. I'll obviously include a picture of the book here. I'm gonna choose that book for this TBR, and I'm just gonna tell you that right now because I don't have it on my shelves. So it's more of like a spring-ish book if I'm not mistaken, and I really wanted to read it. I almost picked it up at the store a couple weeks ago before I went on my book buying ban. Kind of regret not doing that now. Either way, I can still rent it off of Libby or borrow it from Libby, so that's gonna be my second choice of book for this TBR jar video. A book you've had for more than 2 years. I have the perfect book. Actually, like genuinely, I have the perfect book. Aragon by Christopher Paolini, I think his name is. Yes, Christopher Paolini. This book has been on my shelf since 9th grade of high school. I've had this book for years. I read like the first few chapters back in high school, but for some reason I put the book down and then I never picked it back up. One of my friends has been begging me to read this book. I'm finally getting to it. I know you're gonna be so happy about it, but I'm finally gonna pick up the Aragon series. I'm very excited about this one, and I know that my friend is gonna be really, really excited about this one as well. A book you think will make you cry. I think for now, I'm gonna put this one to the side. I do have a book on here that I have in mind, but I'm gonna wait until I go over to my main shelf and look at the books over there to see if there's anything on that shelf that I would rather pick, because I know that the book that I have in mind, I don't know if I'm gonna be okay after reading it. Like, genuinely, I don't know if I'm gonna be in a good mental state of mind after reading it, so I'm really scared to pick that one up. The next prompt that we have is a dark romance book. I don't really have many dark romance books over here. The only one that I could really think of is Caught Up by Nevessa Allen. I guess I could choose this one and then I could listen to it. I listened to Lights Out when I had read that one, and I really enjoyed listening to it as opposed to reading the physical book. So this might be a good way to diversify my reading formats, because I do have some books that I'm choosing that will be ebooks. I have some physical books in here to read, and then by choosing this one, I will be giving myself basically an audiobook because I will absolutely be listening to this one and not reading it physically. So I think for the dark romance book prompt, we're going to choose Caught Up by Nevessa Allen. So that is our third book for our February TBR. Fourth book. I am wrong. I forgot about the Dream Harbor series book that I literally do not have in front of me. So that is 4 books from our TBR. Our last prompt that I would possibly be able to pick a book over here for is a free space, which means that I can pick literally any book that I want to off of this shelf. I actually don't know what to do for this one. There are a few books on here that I really want to read. I might actually need you guys to help me decide which book to choose for this prompt. There are 4 books that I have in mind. One of them is over on my main shelf and it's not part of a series that I've started. Surprisingly, I don't know why the book is over there on that shelf, but it is over there. So I'm gonna have to grab that and I'll come back. There's gonna be 4 books that you guys are gonna help me choose from. I absolutely lied to you guys. While I was over on that shelf, I found a couple more that I really want to read. And now the decision is so much harder because I really don't know which book to choose from this pile. Ugh, I just made this so hard on myself and I don't know what to do. Okay, so these are the books that I am choosing between. So we have Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider, The Book of Azrael by Amber V. Nicole, To Bleed a Crystal Bloom by Sarah A. Parker, When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker, and The Will of the Many by James Islington. I think that's his last name. I think we have 6 books to choose from. So I'm gonna post a poll over on my channel a little bit after this video goes up just to give you time to actually go and vote on it. And if not, you can still like comment in the post as well and tell me which book you think I should read, and I'll definitely take that into account as well. I'm probably not gonna get to reading any of these books for a little while. I have a video planned for the first week of February that will not include any of these books on my TBR, which I know sounds like really counterintuitive. Like, why am I making a TBR if I'm not going to be putting those books on it? But that's a surprise for you guys and you will see that when it comes out. I'm very excited for that video. Let's just say you will be seeing a few books from this shelf in that video, but I won't be saying which ones and you will not be getting a hint. The next prompt that we have is going to have to take us over to our other shelf, the main bookshelf, because that prompt is a book in a series you're already reading, and I have a couple ideas for this one, but I'm not sure which one I'm going to choose just yet. So let's go over there and let's pick our other book. All right, so for this prompt, I almost picked up Brimstone by Callie Hart because I wanted to continue that series. Then I decided against it just because I did just recently finish The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and I am very invested in this series again. I really want to continue it now. So I'm gonna choose The Wicked King by Holly Black because I actually can't stop thinking about it. I am very excited to read it, and I think if I put it onto this TBR, I'm absolutely gonna finish it. So I'm gonna choose this book for the book that is in a series that I'm currently reading, and then maybe I can finally finish the Cruel Prince trilogy this year. This is gonna be book number 6 on our February TBR. So now the last prompt that we have is a book you think will make you cry. Again, I do have a book on that other shelf that I know will fit this prompt absolutely perfectly, but I'm not sure if I'm emotionally stable enough to pick up that book. To be honest, am I emotionally stable enough to pick up any of these books? We'll never know, I guess. I have 2 thoughts going on right now. Right next to me, actually, we have Keeping 13. This is the second book in the Boys of Tommen series, and I am part of the way through this already. I've made some progress in it. I made it far enough in this book to feel content, and then I put it back down because I just couldn't continue it. I just needed a breather. So I did put this down quite a while ago. And then the other book that I'm thinking of picking up is Where's Molly by H.D. Carlton. It's a novella from the Cat and Mouse duet. I just don't know if I'm like emotionally stable enough to choose that book, but at the same time, Keeping 13 is also going to be emotionally damaging as well. So do I want emotionally damaging long, or do I want emotionally damaging short? I just don't know. I don't know which one I want right now. I think this is the last book for Johnny and Shannon. I think the third book follows somebody else, maybe Shannon's brother. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'm pretty positive that this is like wrapping up their story, and at this point I kind of do want that closure of what's going to happen between the 2 of these characters. This is our 7th choice for our February TBR. So for right now, we do have 5 out of the 7 books that we're going to be reading this month. Of course, the 6th book is going to be a Strawberry Patch, whatever that Dream Harbor series book is. Maybe I should look that up before I like. The Strawberry Patch Pancake House. That's what it's called. I don't know why that like slipped my memory so bad. But anyways, so we have the 5 books that we actually physically own that we're choosing for February's TBR. The 6th book is going to be the Strawberry Patch Pancake House. And then of course the 7th book, you guys are going to help me choose whichever one that one is. So that poll should be posted sometime shortly after this video is up. But if that poll is no longer up or available, then just comment on this video which book you think I should choose as my 7th pick for my February TBR. I guess that's everything for this video. I'm really excited about all of these books. I genuinely cannot wait to read a single one of them. Like, I'm so excited about this. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.